Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back and feeling a bit better. I still have a runny nose and it's kind of turned into a cough. But gosh, it's been like a week now and I'm like so frustrated with how it's been lingering on. But I feel better inside, so I felt like I was ready for another video and played around with what I had, and I really liked the way this look turned out. If you like this look and you're interested to see how I got this look, then you can keep watching. And if you have any type of looks you want me to do in my next video, just comment below and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe. Really appreciate it. I'm saying and a lot. Okay. Why can't I think of anything to say? No. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Alright, so I'm going to start out using the Neutrogena face primer. Then I go in and I use the Urban Decay Eye Potion Primer all over my lid. And I'm going to start with the Tartelette palette. I think the shade's Natural Beauty, but I feel like that's the wrong one. Shoot. I think it's it's the tan shade on the top row of the palette. And I apply it in my crease and brow bone with my blending brush. Then I go back in and I use the darker brown into my crease with a crease brush. And I just blend it out with my blending brush again. Now I go in using the Naked 2 Urban Decay palette, and I believe the shade is Suspect. I depotted the palettes into one palette, one of the Z palettes, so it'd all be together. But yeah, I think it's Suspect. And then I go in using the Tartelette palette again in shade Dreamer. It's the darkest brown shade on there, and I go back into my crease and blend it back out again with my blending brush. So now I go into the Urban Decay palettes again, and I think this shade is from the Naked 2 palette. Honestly, can't remember the name ever since I depotted the palettes. So yeah, it's like a champagne-y, I don't know, like a shimmery tan, and I put it on my lids, and then I touched up my creases a bit more because I have weird creases that frustrate me, so I'm constantly having to touch them up. But, yep, just blending it out, and then I use the Hard Candy palette, and I use the lightest shade on there, and I just dab a little bit on each lid to highlight. Alright, so I'm just touching up my eyes a little bit more. And now onto the face. So I'm using my favorite, of course, the L'Oreal Lumi Foundation in shade N12. And I dab it all over and then buff it out in a circular motion, and I blend it down in my ears, my neck, just so that there are no harsh lines whatsoever. And this is like the closest shade to my skin. And oh yeah, and I'm using a flathead kabuki brush to blend it all out. So onto the eyebrows. We are using the what am I talking about? I am using the gosh, what is it called? The Too Faced, there we go, the Too Faced Brow Envy palette in shade Brunette. And I use my flathead angled brush for that, and then I comb it out after, and I then use the Maybelline Brow Drama Clear Gel, and I comb it into my eyebrows just so it keeps all my hairs in place. Now I am using the CoverGirl Age Defying Cream Concealer, and I am putting it under each eyebrow. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Putting it under each eye, and then I apply it onto a little bit on my forehead, down my nose, and a little bit on my chin. And I use a damp beauty blender, and I blend it out with that. I still had some bags under my eyes, so I wanted to use a little bit more coverage, and so I used the MyFit concealer on shade light and put it right under my eyes, and use my beauty blender again to blend it out. Now I'm using the Kat Von D Highlight and Contour Palette, and I am setting my concealer with the the lightest highlight on that palette, and I do it on under my eyes, my nose, my forehead, just my T-zone where I tend to get oily. So now I'm going to contour the rest of my face with the Hoola Benefit bronzer. I really love this bronzer. I'll do another video with the Kat Von D Highlight and Contour Palette using all the highlights and the darker shades in that. That'll be for another video. So here I am applying that on my under my cheekbones and then my temples, forehead, until it's the shade. I don't know. I wanted it to be a little darker, so I kept applying it until it was the shade I wanted. And I like to apply it under my chin and jawline, and then I also applied a little bit down my nose to straighten my nose out. I just went into a straight line. I didn't want to make my nose look skinnier. I just wanted it to look straight, so I just did it on the outer edge line and blended downwards. Alright, so I'm going to use my favorite blush, the Revlon Melodrama shade. You've seen it in my other videos. It's just my go-to blush. It's just so pretty. I love it. And I went a little heavy for this look, so I just kept applying it until it was a little darker. Now I'm using the Hard Candy palette again, and I'm using the lightest shade because it is so pigmented and actually works as such a great highlight. I love it. So I applied it on the tops of my cheekbones, and then a little bit on my forehead, a little bit down my nose, and then on my Cupid's bow. Alright, so I go back into the Naked 2 palette using Suspect and applying it underneath my eyelids to finish off the smoky look. Alright, so now I'm using the, I think it's called Starlooks black eyeliner, and applying it on my waterline on the bottom and the top. I don't normally use eyeliner on my waterlines, but it looked really good for this, so I did. Alright, so now I'm using the eyeliner, gel eyeliner from L'Oreal. It's Blackest Black shade, and I'm using my flathead angled brush for this. For some reason, I was having trouble today for my eyeliner, so this part of the video is a little longer. I don't know, sometimes I have bad days, so I couldn't get it identical to the other side. But, so I just, if you do mess up, just take like a little, you could do a Q-tip, or I had a disposable lip gloss wand, and I mean, it didn't have lip gloss on it, but it's just one of those disposable ones, and I used that to wipe off a little bit, and then I reapplied it until it was the way I wanted it, so. So onto the eyelashes. I am using the Kiss lashes in shade 03. I just had to trim them down a little, and then I put a little bit of mascara on before I apply them. Then I use my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in black, and I blend the two lashes together. Ugh, and then of course I got a little bit on my nose, but if you do get mascara on you, don't worry, just let it dry, and then you can wipe it off with a Q-tip or your finger, or whatever, and then just I went in with my beauty blender to just blend the foundation over it. Then I went in the inner corners of my eyes to highlight it, and I used the same hard candy shade that I used as a highlight. I just added it on until it was more pigmented and brighter. And then I'm using the NYX lip liner in shade Earth Tone. This is like my favorite right now. I love it so much. I apply it all over my lips, and I don't completely fill my lips with them, but I just kind of I line them and then fill them with just a little bit, because I kind of try to make a for this look I try to make like a little bit of like an ombre-ish type look. And then I used, I think this is CoverGirl shade Pink Blush, and I just dabbed it on just a teeny bit. And then I used NYX Soft Lip Matte Cream, and I applied that over it. And that's basically about it. So thanks guys for watching, and please subscribe and give a thumbs up if you like this video.